What's up, guys? This is Cody, and I decided to start a series of basic Photoshop tutorials for users that are new to the program. I just started about a month and a half ago, so I figure everything I learned I can help somebody else by teaching them. Photoshop is relatively easy once you get the hang of it. Most of it is fuck, I don't know why I did that. Most of it is resources and layers, and just getting a feel for the program and then coming up with the ideas. So let's open up Photoshop and let's get started. I'm only going to go over the basics because I don't want to make this video like 18 minutes long. So we're going to go ahead and start here. Camtasia likes to switch my fucking Windows theme to basic for some reason. Alright, so here's Photoshop. This is CS5, but most of them look similar. The only difference in CS5 Extended is the 3D thing's not there and everything else, like the Repuse tool. Over here you have some tools, like your history, navigator, histogram, blah blah blah, brush tool, brush changing, brush properties, stuff like that. It's all located over here. These are your color swatches. You get used to those styles. I don't mess with that, but you know what those are. Color, making custom colors. This is your layers window. This is very important, so make sure all your work revolves around this. So we're going to click File, New, and make a canvas. A canvas is what you do your work on. You can see you choose the dimensions here. You don't really have to mess with the resolution or the color mode. You can do background, like background color. It'll basically choose the color that's on the back here, which you can switch. Transparent, which is like PNG, and white, which is white. So we're just gonna go ahead and go with white. So I made my canvas. Another thing, if you're like me, you can change the color of the background too. So like say if you wanted it red, I don't recommend that because that hurts my eyes, but you can do it red. So let's go ahead and go down these tools quick. First off, you have your move tool, which is for moving layers around in a efficient way. Rectangular marquee tool, this is pretty much like a selector. Yeah, I'll go into that later. This is a polygonal lasso tool. This is for drawing shapes and whatnot. You can make a selection from it. Don't really mess with that, to be honest. You have the selection tool, which you can do quick select, which allows you to select something, and it'll kind of be like a smart selector. Magic wand is basically one click selects what the program thinks you want to like delete. Crop tool, slice tool, and slice select tool. Never use it, but crop tool is pretty self-explanatory. So if you ever find yourself, you can use it. Eyedropper tool is perfect for sampling colors, so let's go into pictures here and drag in one of these pictures. What can we do here? Let's just go ahead and open that. Oh, whoops. So let's go ahead and drag this into here. As you can see, alright, so say like a perfect example of the eyedropper tool is, say you wanted this shade of blue, you just click that, it'd copy it, go over here, and it adds that shade of blue to your swatches. Back to the quick selection, like as you can see, I can make it go around his head, and it'll kind of select what it thinks I want it to be, like what I want selected. So that's kind of handy. I don't use it. I use pen tool for stuff like that. I'll go into that in another tutorial about pen tool. Don't want to fill your mind with too much shit. And that is the auto select. And if you ever find yourself with these little dotted lines, indicates that something's selected. To deselect it, just press Control and D, or you can right click deselect when the marquee tool's open. Healing tool, I never use it. If you want to learn how to use it, look up tutorials. I've never used it, so I couldn't tell you really what exactly it does. All I know is that it's sort of like content aware. Brush tool you might be using a lot if you use brushes, like for example I use a wide array of brushes, so say with something like that, or shit, let me find a better perfect example right here. So say if you want to, like, these lines, that's basically what that does. And this changes the size of the brush. You can change opacity. I'll go into that later. Opacity, pretty much, you can see that it does that. Opacity is pretty much like how transparent something is. So say if I was to make a shape, and I made this with the shape tool down here. Say if the shape is there, and say my background. Now keep in mind this is all layers. So if you want to make a change to the square, you need to have the square layer selected. But I'm gonna drag something behind the square. Now this is all order. So if layer 1 is below shape 1, layer 1 is going to be under shape 1. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's just do some paint. So, whoops, don't want that color. And if you're wondering how I just did that, press Control Z to undo the past 2 steps, Control Alt Z to go a little past that, which is a step backwards. Now you see the blue's there, but say you wanted to make the blue a little see-through. You come to opacity, and the lower you go, the more see-through it is. It's a little different on this because it's a black background, but yeah. So next we have the dodge tool. The dodge tool pretty much makes stuff brighter, I want to say. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze. The burn tool is makes stuff darker. It burns. It makes, I don't want to say it makes it look burnt, but it lightens the it darkens the shade of the object you're on. Sponge tool, never use it, so I couldn't tell you what it does. Like I said, I just learned a month ago. Pen tool is perfect for drawing outlines of people, making custom shapes. If you can click along these lines and make like straight lines, like a polygraph, like a polygon. Sorry, polygraph. What the fuck am I talking about? And you can make selections with it. But this is good for rendering. A lot of people use it, and you can make curved lines too by holding it and then dragging it along. This tool is a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like using it unless I absolutely have to. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Next we have the text tool. We all know what the text tool is. It's for typing text, of course. So this is it right here. You can highlight, change size, style, blah blah blah, spacing over here in this little toolbar. How far apart the text is spaced. If you wanted to make it really scrunched up like that, that looks cooler than I thought it would. But like, say if you want to do something like that, easily be done. I'll go into advanced text effects in another tutorial. And then this is the shape tool for making shapes, but you didn't think it would do that. So trying to think what else I can cover here without filling your head with too much. That's pretty much the basics. When you make your image file, save as, and you want to choose something like a PNG. A PSD is like a project file, so you can come back and you can edit the layers individually. So it'd pretty much be this compared to just a regular picture. A PSD isn't a picture file, it's just a project file. So yeah, that's about it. I'll go into some more tutorials later on, but I don't want to fill your head with too much, one thing at a time. So thanks for watching.